What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing and how you guys staying safe in the world? For today's video, we're going to start a brand new part and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So, we're going to look at a part, we're going to look at that it's going to be millimeters, grams, seconds, and our A and B and C values are already called out. So, let's go right into it and make a new part. So, File, New, Parts, Millimeters. And to start off this revolve, we're actually going to start with the center line right down the middle. So the way we're going to do that is that we're going to head over to our right plane, right click, sketch. I'm going to hide all the rest of the planes. Then I'm going to grab a center line. I'm going to go straight up with the center line. And then we're going to quickly sketch up our piece. Bam, bam, and then bam. Oh, and I forgot one thing. Let's go ahead and do our equations. Our A value is going to be 70. Our B value is going to be 40. And then our C value is going to be 10. Awesome. So let's go right back into the sketch by right clicking, edit sketch, and add our dimensions back in. First one is going to be 60 millimeters. And you see what I did there? Instead of calculating what the radius is for this, you can actually head over to the other side and get a diameter kind of measurement. So this one we're going to hit 16. Our outer one is going to be 26. And then we're going to add our C value actually right here. So equals C. That's okay. And then our other value is actually going to be our B value. So equals B. So you see there, our B value is actually called out at the same as our diameter. So let's go ahead. Press OK. And then we're missing one more dimension, which is going to be that 15 millimeters called out on the drawing. 15. Awesome. So let's go ahead and revolve this. So revolve gives you a couple options to do. So you could do a straight up blind revolve, which you could actually increase and decrease this level. This degree of which it turns around. You could do it in mid-plane as well. And then you actually have a same couple options as the regular boss extrude, where you can go up to vertex, go up to surface, and offset it from the surface. But I'll show you guys that those tools in another video. So for this one, we're just gonna go straight up blind, 360, and then let's press OK. Great. Now let's head over to our top plane. And then we're going to use a new tool. I don't know if it's actually new, if I've used this before, but we're going to use convert entities. And what this does is that it projects sketch geometry onto your plane that you've previously used. So I'm going to click the outer edge here and we're going to press OK. And you see how this turned black? That means that we actually have this sketch entity on our top plane now. So I'm going to go back, Control 8, and then I'm going to continue my sketch. So I'm going to do my first point here, go straight through, and you notice that it actually gave me my tangency as well as my horizontal, the little yellow symbols right there. So let's head over to the top. I'm gonna click over here, just get the reference. Oops, there we go. And then that will give us our tangency. And then we're gonna use a trim tool. We're gonna trim off the extra, and it's gonna highlight this area in blue. So our dimension for the A is actually dimensionalized from the center to the edge. So this one's going to be equals A. Press OK. And now we're going to do our extrude boss, which is going to be equals C. And let's press OK. There we go. Now let's create our Scott. Let's create our slot. And I'm going to go ahead, quickly make a slot on our sketch plane. This one's going to be 20 millimeters from the horizontal edge. Our first center is 12 millimeters away from the edge. And our second center is going to be 26 millimeters. I think I said that twice. I meant 12 millimeters and 26 millimeters. Then our slot's going to be 14 millimeters in width. There we go, fully defined. Go to features, extrude cut through all. Press OK. Awesome. Now, final thing we need to do, actually, before that, let's go ahead and set up our configurations. So head over to the configurations panel. Let's change our default. We're going to call this T1. Oops. T1.7.1. And our second one is going to be called, right click, add a configuration, T1.7.2. Okay, great. Now we're going to go to evaluate. Make sure you're in the first configuration made. Evaluate mass properties. Go ahead and change that density, which is going to be, what is it again? 0.0073 grams per millimeter cubed. So it's going to be 0.73 grams millimeters cubed. And it's going to be 2 decimal places. So let's press OK. That gives us about 283.09 grams, which is correct for our first lesson. And in our second part, we're going to change our A, B, and C, which the only one that looks like it's changed is our B value. Let me make sure. 70, 40, 10. And it's going to be 70, 35, 10. Okay, so it's only the B value that changes and our density stays the same. Mind you that on the exam, on the CSWA, this may change. During my examination, it did not change between the parts, but I've heard from other people that took the exam that there may have been an occasion when they changed this density value, so just keep an eye on that during the test. So going back to our part, so we're going to change to our second configuration. We're going to right click our equations folder, and then we're going to make sure this is set in this configuration. We're going to change this to 35. Press OK. Ooh, now it's skinnier. Great. And it's a little bit offset, which is shown in the picture right here. Now, one thing I want to add to this is that this also asks for the center of mass. Typically in the previous parts, it also asked this, but I never really called it out. So in this one, I want to show you how you guys could get a center of mass even if your actual center is constructed somewhere else. So the way to do this is that we're going to head up to Sketch. We're actually going to go to 3D Sketch. We're going to click 3D Sketch and we're going to get a point. Now this point is going to be where our 3 axes converge. So our X, Y, and Z, and it's going to be right in the center of this part. Let me make sure. It's going to be right in the center as well. So about 20 millimeters away. Actually right in the center of this line, so it's going to be midpoint. So we're going to grab our line here. We're going to click our midpoint right there, which says midpoint right here. Press OK. We're going to escape and get out of the sketch. Oops. Get out of our sketch. And what we're going to do is that we're going to hit reference geometry under features, coordinate system. We're going to hit our new coordinate system right in the center here, our X, Y, and Z. And then it looks like our orientations are correct anyway. So let's make sure our Z, our X, and our Y. And if you need to change that, you can always click a new X axis along any of these lines. And then you'll see this flip right here. Make sure the colors match up. So let's press OK. Now you see our new coordinate system. Now when we go to evaluate, mass properties, and then we're going to hit our options. Actually, our new report coordinate system values relative to, we're going to call out our new coordinate system 1. You see that coordinate system 1? And then these values shall change, and that is the correct center of mass. Congrats, guys. Now you guys learned how to put a new coordinate system in case you ever A, screwed up the first coordinate system, or B, you just made it in the wrong area, or if they ask you a brand new coordinate system without changing your entire part. So that'll be it for this video, and before we go, guys, make sure to save, file, save as, and I'll see you guys in the next part. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I will answer as a reply comment or as a short video between the courses to help out any others who probably have the same question as you. Feedback and video suggestions are appreciated and helps me to improve the design of the content for you all to better enjoy and learn. Thank you for watching, and all of you have my greatest respects for pursuing to learn new great things.